Welcome back to the Rejected Gamers podcast. As always, my name is Kevin. I am joined here today by my beautiful, 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 beautiful boyfriend. I had to say it twice because we didn't do an episode last week for what's going on in the world.
We wanted to take a little quick silence for the whole, because of all the rioting and the Black Lives Matter movement that was going on, which we will be talking about later on. So
yeah. So if you wanna skip to that, it's probably towards the end. But we're gonna start talking about some nice and happy stuff, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty, disgusting part of the world, that is racism and fuck 12. But
I was smiling. I was doing something else. I apologize for smiling, but no, like that is like we'll be talking about that later on. Right now we have some life updates and then a couple topics, and then we'll get into the real big topics.
Yeah, so moving on from that, and sorry to make it awkward right off the bat, but hey, we haven't done this for a little bit. We skipped a week. Whenever we skip a week,
it's been like 3 or 4 weeks or something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's always 3 weeks that we skip.
Yeah, we skipped, and then
yeah, that's crazy.
My mind was going so much.
I feel like, I don't know, every time we take a little bit of a break or whenever something happens where we can't record an episode or whatever, it always feels like we're behind a little bit. So we start off the episode a little bit more rocky than usual, but we get there.
I mean, yeah, we're still technically new to this.
Yeah. But we made it past double digits. That's all I care about. Honestly, we could break up right now and it'd be fine.
It's funny. We made it to 10 and then we took the break. So it's like we made it to 10 and they're done.
And they're done. And they're done. All right. But yeah, life updates. We can talk about some stuff today. First and foremost, it's very, very close to the time when we're going to be moving in together, Chris.
We're moving in September. It's June.
And we might have found a house. Maybe.
Let's not, No,
we got to speak into existence. We're going to get that house. It's old and weird looking, but it's ours. I promise you it's ours. I think his name is Michael.
Well, actually, it was kind of like the best fit for us because it was the only one that had 5 bedrooms and it had the internet that we wanted.
Yeah.
And a garage.
Yeah, because most of the places we were looking at, because they're all moving. Okay, hold up. So let's get into like everybody that's moving, right? And then we'll get into why the internet situation was a problem. So you want to?
Like I said, we have 5 people moving in together. It'll be obviously Kevin and I, and then Kevin has 2 friends in Florida, Finn and Vaughn.
And if you watch my videos for a long time, then you know who Finn and Vaughn are. They're 2 black guys that rap sometimes. You know them.
They're pretty good. Not gonna lie.
And then
I enjoy their music. And then obviously we got Jezreel from New Jersey. I can't wait, dude. It's gonna be so fun.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great time. Yeah, but so my 2 friends, including me and then Chris, my 2 friends, then me and Chris, and then our friend Jez, who is a Yu-Gi-Oh addict, and Smite addict. Yeah, he's fucking insane about that stuff. But yeah, so they're moving in. It's gonna be 5 people. The goal of this house is not only are we all depressed and need each other, but also we're gonna be
pumping out content.
Yeah, we're gonna have an area for the Rejected Gamers podcast. We're gonna have an area for music for me, Vaughn, and Finn, so we can record whenever we want and we could produce our songs and stuff like that, and just get better in general. And then as well as videos, like there's just gonna be a bunch of new stuff coming at you guys. And so if you guys are fans, you fucking definitely subscribe because it's coming.
Yeah, make this into a clip because hey, this is gonna be the content house. Nade Shot, you wanna Cash App sponsor?
Yeah, you want you want 100 Thieves sponsor for this content house? We're gonna be pumping out. Hey, here's my pitch.
We're better than the mob, and we don't play League.
100% better than the mob. We're not more responsible, that's for sure. But how many musicians do you have in the house? Because you would have 3, and then 2 really bad Smite players.
Hey, Jez is a good Smite player. I'm a bad Smite player, but I'm a good gamer.
You are
future pro gamer.
Yeah. So it's Nade Shot, sponsor us, give us $10,000 to move in. And
honestly, that's not even asking like a lot. Like
Yeah, he probably got 10 bands on him for sure. He probably got.
He's like, here you go. I spend this in a weekend.
Yeah, but Nade Shot, do your thing, man. contact me via Instagram. You could see it right below us right here. Contact either one of us and, sponsor the house. And you only have to sponsor it once.
You say Instagram? Twitter, first of all.
Instagram or Twitter, I don't care. I don't know what you use. You know what, Nate? I've been watching for you a long time. You're a great guy, so you could do whichever one you want. You know, I know you got them Totino monies.
Easiest.
You got that Totino's money. You got that Cash App money. You know what I'm saying? You got that Grubhub money. I've seen your videos, man. I get it. But so we're moving in September. We're all gonna be living together, and Chris and my two friends don't know each other, and Jez doesn't know anybody but us. So
basically, Finn and Vaughn don't know us.
Yeah, at all. So I mean, I'm gonna be kind of like the
which is
one that knows
kind of weird because like I was in Florida, you know.
Yeah, well, that's a different story.
That's different because I was only there for like 3 days.
Yeah. So I was trying to enjoy my time with Chris, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Point is, we're moving in together. It's gonna be lit. And what else did we want to talk about? Life update. What? Oh, we're going to New Jersey.
Going to New Jersey for Jez's 21st.
Yeah, well, that doesn't very sound like no one says, "Oh, let's go to Jersey." You know what I mean? So we're going
to Atlantic City.
Yes, we're gonna have a great time in Atlantic City. We're not gonna drink underage, obviously.
Of course,
or smoke
not.
Because that is illegal. But
you know what we are gonna do?
Party.
We're gonna hit up some clubs
and strippers. Strippers are a must.
The clubs is I was meaning strip clubs.
I thought you meant
we were talking about.
Okay. Well, I thought you.
We're awkward gamers. We can't dance. Like we're not. It's okay. We're just going to a strip club.
I've never been to a strip club.
Neither have I. I don't think Jez or Alberto or anybody has.
Alberto
also, speaking of the birthday, it's next month, and so 3 of us have gotten our tickets now. It's Kevin and I. And Dylan
and shouts out to Chris because he gave me the money for it. I'm gonna pay him back. I swear to God.
Through Cash App.
Nate shot through Cash App. We use Cash App to buy the tickets. Therefore, you should sponsor us and hit up Cash App. Maybe they could spare a band or two. You know what I'm saying? If they could spare a band or two, we're set, man. All we need
easy.
It will be able to move in no problem September. I work at Chipotle for $10.25 an hour. I'm not making money, okay? So whatever you want to do, this is definitely going as a clip, and I'm sending it to him 1,000,000 times. But New Jersey. I'm really excited, dude. I really want to go to New York, like really bad, because I've never been, and I've always wanted to go. It's been a long time dream of mine to go to New York.
I mean, yeah, the last time I went to New Jersey, which was in 2016, like through the Newark airport, you could see like the Statue of Liberty and shit like that.
Oh, that's.
But I didn't actually get to like visit.
I really got to talk to them about that because I really want to go to New York, for multiple reasons. I feel like New York is like the birthplace of like my style of hip hop. I mean, boom bap comes from there. Some of my all-time favorites are from New York. I'm talking Joey Badass, Jay-Z, Biggie. Like some of my favorite artists come from New York, so I've always wanted to go there. And I've always wanted to go to those big cities that have to do with hip hop. I'm talking Chicago, Atlanta. I already live in Florida, California. Like all those big places that have to do with music. That's always wild.
I've been to all of them.
Fuck me, right? That's crazy. But yeah, I'm really excited for this New Jersey trip. I can't wait to see the boys.
We should talk about who's going on the trip. Like I said,
yes.
Us 3, Dylan from California.
Yes.
And so it's also going to be Jez and Alberto are going to be there. And then they have a buddy in Virginia Beach, Georgie or Skillet. They play Smite with.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know Skillet.
You don't know him? I met him in Atlanta last time we went for Worlds. But he's actually driving up there, so he's gonna be meeting us. He's only like a 5-hour away, something like that.
Okay, that's sick. Yeah, I don't know Skillet, but I'm sure I'll get to know him. But it's with the boys. I'm okay. I wish Brandon could go, man.
Dude, stop. And also Dex might go. It's a slim possibility, and I don't think he'll be able to, but he might. And hopefully. Yes, we miss Brandon. We should. How dare we miss that?
We gotta. That's a part of the life update. We're talking about that right now. You're typing it in the Google Doc as we speak. I can see it. Brandon, we miss you. We're dedicating this episode to you. I mean, obviously to Black Lives Matter too. But
we're not. Yo, Brandon's black.
Brandon's black. So there we go. No, but Brandon, we missed you. He's away at
Dude,
military
he's
training
at
boot camp
yeah,
or whatever.
uh fuck, what is that called?
Boot camp. That's called boot camp.
It's
It's for the Air
called
Force.
something else.
I
Is
don't
it
know.
Air Force?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Air Force. He's not gonna be flying the plane. He's just gonna be like, he's gonna be the guy on the ground going like this probably.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, go this way. American hero. But no, yeah, we love Brandon. We miss him. I miss him to death. I love talking music with Brandon. I love talking everything with Brandon. But
It's
I hope
crazy.
he's doing good.
Like it hasn't. Well, I can't tell because like time passes way quickly when I was at home. So I don't know how long it's actually been, but it's felt like a lifetime.
It does feel like a really long time, but yeah, we miss you. We miss you, Brandon.
We miss you, buddy.
I like how you put Burnt Boy, but you are Burnt Boy.
Yeah. I'm very burnt. I got a new job and I'm doing like construction work, like concrete and shit like that. And I've been out I was out in the sun since fucking 5:30 this morning till 4:30.
See, when I got Burnt Boy, I just went to the beach. I had a good time.
Yeah, when I yesterday I went to go get sunscreen and a gallon of water from the gas station before I went to work, and the cashier rang me up and she goes, "Perfect day for the beach," and I was like, "Not going to the beach." And then she goes like, "Well, I mean, we have lakes here. That's what I meant." And I just walked away. I was like, "Not doing that either."
Yeah,
I
no,
wish.
bitch, that's not what's happening here. I'm gonna have to go work. But you're getting $15 an hour, so you can't really complain.
Yeah,
too
I'm getting
much.
paid more,
That's fire.
and yeah, so that'll be
Yeah,
fun.
fire.
But in gaming news, that was
Yep.
our life update. But gaming news, we've got a lot of shit happening,
Yes.
especially recently.
Especially tonight is what I want to talk about because I'm very excited.
You're excited for this. I'm pretty excited, but I haven't finished the first game, so it's not like a.
Yes, he hasn't finished The Last of Us, even though we were gonna do a playthrough of it and we never finished it. Do you remember
That's
that?
why I never finished it.
Dude, we'll do it live, bro. You want to do, dude? You want to do it live? Do you know? Wait, Christopher Martin. Do you want to do like a live stream when we're in the same house?
Yes.
Where we just play both games, so you could just find it and fucking play it.
Yes.
I'd be so down. That'd be so. Because I'll have both games, so we could
Yeah.
play both. Oh my god. Okay, if you don't know what we're talking about The Last of Us. The Last of Us 2, when we're recording this, drops. So it drops tonight, or technically it drops Friday, because it drops 11:59 tonight or 12 tonight. So yeah, it drops Friday. I haven't gotten my hands on. Yeah, it drops midnight on Thursday. So I haven't gotten my hands on it yet. I really want to play it. I'm really looking forward to it. I know what the story's about. I'm depressed already just going into it and thinking about it. But it looks amazing. It doesn't look like too much of an upgrade from The Last of Us. Like when I talk about like quality wise, when you actually play the game. However, the cinematics for these trailers are fucking sick. Like if you haven't watched them, please go do so.
To be honest, I haven't watched them.
Dude, they look insane. I saw this trailer today of Ellie like running out of a building and like having to break the fucking window because there's like clickers, and then she has to jump out of the window, and then she jumps behind a car, and then she gets up, and it looks all like gameplay, but it's not gameplay. It doesn't. I don't think it's gameplay anyways. But it doesn't look like that much of an upgrade.
Like
Yeah, it's just a cinematic.
engine.
Yeah, you know, like what Assassin's Creed does every single fucking year, that they trick us.
I don't want to talk about them. We talked about it last time.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not talking about them again.
You're right. I'm not talking about it. But the
Fuck
game
you,
looks
Tough.
the game looks amazing. It looks like a lot of fun. I can't wait to play it. I can't wait to cry. I cried on the first one. I thought it was super emotional, and
I can't wait to cry on the first one and the second one at the same night.
Dude, I will tell you, I've been emotional lately, not only because I'm depressed, but also because I've been watching a lot of Grey's Anatomy. And that
Why?
show is
You don't even have a girlfriend. That means you're just watching it to watch it.
What is that? Dude, I don't want to talk about it, man.
Well, that's more of like the, like the hyped up, not hyped up, but like exaggerated drama shows.
Yeah.
That, not to sound misogynist or sexist or anything, but more female.
Yeah. You're right.
People like it.
We're not trying to get
Women tend to
canceled.
like that stuff more.
Yeah, well, I'm a woman, okay? I'm basically a woman with a dick, okay? I have a new song coming out soon that said I'm a pretty boy with some tits. I guess I'm trans or something like that, and something like that.
Don't know anything about this.
Yeah, you haven't heard it. I'm gonna show you after this, but it's great. But whatever.
That's
Point
crazy.
is, I've been watching Grey's Anatomy, so I'm very emotional. So when I
Why do you
watched
think
the
you're at it,
first,
bitch?
when I watched the first hour of gameplay on The Last of Us, like I do with most games,
Cried like a bitch.
I cried like 3 times, 3 or 4 times. It's fine. There's just so many good. Oh my god, it's a movie. It's beautiful. I think Naughty Dog does that better than anybody. I mean, they killed Uncharted. They murdered it in the sense of like it's amazing. And then now Last of Us is just a continuation of an amazing group of people that work on these games. They're just fucking ridiculous. Like how, I don't know what it is, man. I feel like maybe Last of Us was really advanced for its time.
I mean, it came out in like 2014.
Yeah, and it was like spectacular. Holds
up.
Yeah, it still holds up. But I mean, a lot of games like that hold up from like back in the day.
That's true.
But what I mean, okay. So the next thing I want to talk about Last of Us is there going to be a multiplayer? I don't know anything about it. I hope there is.
Okay.
Because the multiplayer for the last one was basically kind of a CS:GO element where, except instead of having money to purchase things, you have to loot in previous rounds and find your like equipment. So you have a gun and you have a pistol and a sniper and stuff like that. You can choose your loadout, but you don't start with a lot of ammo, or you start with either little to no ammo or no ammo at all, and then you have to kind of loot it throughout and get materials to build like bandages, first aid kit and stuff like that. And it's like I think it's a 4v4 scenario, and it's really cool. Like it's a really cool game mode. I miss that one a lot, so I hope there's multiplayer.
I mean that's a hot take on it. I doubt they'll do that. I don't think they would.
I mean, they already
it'd be cool.
They did it for Last of Us, the first one.
Yeah, but it wasn't that good.
It was great. What do you mean? I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it personally. I played a lot of it.
I remember like watching it, but I don't remember it being like that good.
Really? Maybe I just have a different perception of it, but
maybe. Anyways,
yeah.
Moving on. Some more games because we have a lot of games to talk about. Spider-Man. I want to get into this one.
Oh, fire! I thought you were gonna get into Apex next, but
okay. No. The Apex will go later. I also want to get into some of the games.
Yeah.
So like Spider-Man got announced. I'll let you take it. Well, actually, I don't know. Anyways, Miles Morales, fucking new Spider-Man. And originally it was leaked that it was only expansion or like a exclusive like DLC.
Well, IGN fucked it up. Literally.
Yeah, IGN fucked it up
Bad
on Twitter,
IGN.
But then
0 out of 10 IGN.
What is it? Insomniac? They came out and said it's a standalone game for next year.
So the way I understand that they're doing it isn't necessarily that it's the thing that pissed me off, honestly, out of all of this, is the way it was released. Because they said, okay, it's an expansion. Then they said, no, it's a standalone game. But it's not really a standalone game like we thought it was going to be. It's more of if you guys have ever played Uncharted, there was a separate Uncharted title called Lost Legacies that was with the I think it was like 2 females, or like a female and the old man Sully. I don't remember who exactly it was, but it was that Hispanic woman from Uncharted 2 and some other person, and that was a standalone game, but it was $40. It was less money because it was a shorter game.
So it's more of like a small like okay.
Which I don't like as much.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But like it makes sense because they're also doing the Avengers and that shit.
I think what they're trying to do is tease the fact that Miles Morales exists and maybe try to integrate him into like the audience.
The next Spider-Man game?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the thing is, I was talking about shouts out Finn, because I was talking to him about this while eating Culver's, which I don't know if you have over there, but
yeah, we do.
They're great. We were eating Culver's and we were sitting down talking about it. And what I wish they would do, which I don't think that's what they are gonna do, but I wish they would, is I wish that they would see this opportunity of making Miles Morales a game and people loving it, because they're gonna love it. Miles Morales is a great character. Everybody loves Miles Morales. And he's just dope.
I mean,
so,
he's the best Spider-Man.
yeah, in my opinion, he's better than Peter Parker, and I guess Chris agrees with me. But what I wish that
it's factual.
It's opinion. Let's not start this because people will hate us. I'm telling you,
It's an opinionated fact.
Sure, let's go with that. But I wish what they would do is they would try to start baby stepping into a Spider-Man into the multiverse sort of game.
Yeah, I think you had mentioned it to me, saying that you'd be able to play as like Spider-Gwen and all these other like
Spider-Ham and fucking dude. It would be a great. I mean, dude, it would. What Finn was saying would be like they have a great opportunity to make a game like that and have Spider-Ham have the whole game be as trippy as the movie. Like Spider-Ham would have one of those hammers, and instead of it being 3D and open world like it usually is, it would be a mission where you're 2D and it's kind of like Cuphead if you've played that game.
Okay, yeah, dude, that would be so
There's
cool.
so much opportunity there, and I feel like you can introduce cool characters like Silk. You can introduce cool characters like Agent Venom. Like you have so much opportunity here that it's like you're kind of wasting it by not doing that.
Well, I feel like game companies in general tend to like go for the easier route, and they don't try to like be creative in a sense,
which I hate.
To where
it's stupid.
Yeah, like they don't try to like express themselves through the game and make just an amazing game that everybody loves. They're just trying to like make the game, you know?
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, what I was saying was Miles Morales.
Honestly, sorry.
No, you're good. Go. You could go.
I can't like fault the game devs and stuff like that because I don't know how to make a game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to make an entire game either. I've dabbled in it and stuff. I know what it takes, and I know it's a lot of hard work and a lot of, trial and error, honestly, but with the technologies you have now, I feel like there's no point into like half-assing something. And
That's true.
What I was trying to get at was Miles Morales, this game could potentially, and I hope that it is in a alternate universe or maybe a further down the line sort of storyline where everybody knows the story about Miles Morales. The reason Miles Morales becomes Spider-Man is because Peter Parker dies, okay? Or he dies and goes to the Avengers or whatever it was. But point is, he dies. He's not the Spider-Man that we know. And maybe they're trying to go with a different approach, Spider-Man, the whole battle throughout the entire game, if you've played it, I've played it 7 times, so I must know at this point, was kind of like the struggle of being Spider-Man, but also having a real life, not being able to pay bills, not being able to have like a real job sort of thing, because he always has to deal with these other things. That was kind of the whole thing, and the whole essence of Spider-Man is honestly that, so it'd be cool to see him kind of pass the mantle down to Miles Morales and then just come when he's needed. But I don't really know how they would do that without killing him.
I mean, I guess, yeah. I don't know.
I hope it's good. That's all. I mean, that's really all I gotta say. Sick.
They made the first Spider-Man, and that was an amazing game. I don't doubt that they'll make an amazing game. I know they will.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same mechanics as well. It's not like it's anything new. So we know how this one plays. Speaking of, I have it right here. We know how this one plays, so we're gonna have fun with it. But it's just about it comes down to the story and what they're gonna do with the character that it worries me.
All right, so you know how you were playing Spider-Man the other day?
Yeah.
And I went to go downloaded it. I played it not that long ago. And I played my my world that was like 97% through. All I had to do was like defeat the thugs.
Yeah.
I was getting murked by those guys.
Oh yeah,
dude, I forgot how to play.
Me too. I was getting fucked up too a little bit. Yeah.
I was like, dude, I used to body these kids.
Yeah, now
they're
fucking just suck.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was terrible.
It was bad.
Anyways, the last game that's coming out besides this little update that we have just got released, just got announced today as well. Skate 4.
I've been waiting for this. I'm not even kidding. Like, all jokes aside, I've been waiting for this game for the longest time.
So long.
Dude,
I love Skate 3.
The thing is, dude, even my ex didn't know I like skating. I love skating. I have been a I don't know if they call them skate heads or whatever.
Skater boy.
Yeah, I've been a skater boy for the longest time. I stopped skating when I broke my one skateboard, and I just didn't have money to like buy it, and I couldn't tell my mom. I was trying to do a kickflip, and I couldn't fucking do it, and I was really upset. So I jumped.
Oh, you just snapped it?
I snapped it in half. Yeah, I was a very furious fat boy. I tried to do a kickflip today, and I didn't almost do it. That's a lie. But like, I flipped it. I just didn't land it.
I can't skate.
It's fun, dude. It's so fun, man. Oh my god.
I can barely like stay on a board because of my foot.
Damn. Well, this kind of depressing. But Skate 4 is sick.
Hashtag disabilities. Anyway, yeah, Skate 4. I was literally talking to Dylan about this yesterday, saying like I made the joke Skate 4, and he said it's never happening, and then the next day they announce it.
Well, they said the same thing about Mass Effect 4 or 3 or whatever it was, right? And then they released it.
They haven't released that. Oh, Mass Effect. Oh, I was thinking Half-Life. My bad.
Wait, am I thinking about Half-Life?
They definitely never released Half-Life 3.
Okay,
and so they never will. That's never gonna happen.
That's definitely never gonna happen. But they said the same thing about a bunch of different games. Is what I'm saying. Like there was a time where I didn't think another Sly Cooper was gonna come out, and then it did.
Well, I just found it weird because it was literally yesterday.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you mean. I'm saying, dude, literally, I didn't know about the news about Skate 4 until right now. It is.
Yeah.
It's what the fuck time it is right now? 10:44 at night, and I found out about it right now, and I went skating today in the morning. That's fucking weird.
That's crazy. It's weird. So yeah, we don't know anything. It literally got announced today. So that's happening, and then the last little like video game. I mean, unless we want to talk about the one that I put there, I don't know if that came out. Either way, Apex has a pretty big update coming in. They're finally pumping out content since season 5. They haven't made anything since until now. Lifeline's getting a huge update. Mirage is getting his heirloom, which is a little golden statue of himself that he gets to like beat around people with. Okay, that's gonna be funny. And then cross-platform. That's what it was.
Cross-platform. And you said something about cross-platform progression.
Maybe. I don't know if that was actually announced, but cross-platform is announced. It's not only going to be on Origin, but also Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch.
They took way too long to do this, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure. It's like, season 5,
dude. One of the biggest
and we've been asking for this since the beginning.
One of the biggest reasons why Fortnite blew up was because it's free, and it's because it's available on every platform,
and you can play with people on every platform.
Exactly. So they should have done this a long time ago. They've been slacking ever since. I didn't. The thing is, I understand where they're at. They did not expect this game to blow up when it first came out as much as it did. And then it did, and there was nothing they could really do about it. I
think it was also due to the fact, like, I think some of it had to do with balancing issues as well between PC and console. Because console, like, if you're using a controller, you have aim assist, and a lot of pros have been switching to controller for games because it just locks on people's heads, and it's easy to kill people.
I don't really know too much about Apex, but yeah, I mean, they should have done this shit a long time ago when it comes to cross-platform.
Yeah. I mean, also, if you didn't want your game to die out as quickly, like they've been able to make this game last a lot longer than I originally thought it was going to. Oh, and sure. I've ended up loving this game again.
Yeah.
And I've been playing it like, all the time. So I'm glad they're getting an update. Also, Lifeline is the only one I can think of because I didn't actually like look at the update. Lifeline's getting a huge update where she can revive down teammates with her healing drone. She can just plop it down, the shield will pop up, and it'll just fucking revive her teammates, and then she can go back and
that's
fight.
Gonna be interesting. That's gonna be really interesting.
Which also makes me sad because Lifeline's my main, and she's always been my main since the game came out, and so now people are gonna be fighting for Lifeline.
Oh,
unfortunate.
I mean,
but I have other characters I can play.
I mean, probably in the beginning, just because like with every update, when there's a new update, everybody wants to play those characters. That one's
That's
gonna be
true.
definitely interesting to see. Like if you're in a battle and your team's down, you could just have Lifeline revive it while Lifeline is still fighting. Like that's sick.
I also think that's gonna actually bring her into competitive play, which I'm super happy for.
Lit. All right, what else we got
So
to
yeah,
talk about?
um, I had mentioned I put this on here just a couple minutes ago. GTA 6 got announced recently.
Did it actually get announced? I didn't see anything about that.
I think it did.
Hmm.
It was leaked.
It
I should
was
say that it was leaked.
okay. Okay, yeah. So that's not
Uh,
100% confirmed, but
no, and I don't know if it was announced where it was gonna take place.
I feel like
I don't
where
think.
else are gonna? They did it in New York, right? That's GTA 4.
Yeah, GTA 4 was Liberty City, New
I feel like they
York.
should come back to Florida, like Miami.
I will the six logo had the neon like Vice City look.
That would be,
So
dude.
it would be cool because they went from San Andreas into Los Santos and then Vice City into who knows, you know?
I would
Maybe
love
they
to
just
see that.
it'd be cool. I think they could do a really good job with it again.
I feel like this is also another like an opportunity to have like a Cuban protagonist, which I know probably nobody really gives a fuck about, but I'm
I
Cuban,
think
so
it'd be cool. I
it'd
mean,
be
they
cool.
had Nikolai was
Russian,
Russian,
yeah.
and then they had the biker gang, and then fucking I can't remember his name, but it was the Ballad of Gay Tony. It was the black like bodyguard.
I don't remember. I can't
I
remember
don't
any
remember his
person.
name, but that was my favorite one.
I think my favorite GTA is probably San Andreas. I remember having the most fun on
San
that.
Andreas was my favorite, but like out of GTA 4, because they had like three different storylines,
Right.
my favorite was Ballad of Gay Tony.
I didn't really play GTA 4. I only played it to like fuck around with cheats. I didn't play the story, to be honest. I played GTA 5
Well,
story. That was fire. That was
yeah,
really
GTA
good.
5. We've also been playing that a little bit as well, Dex and I.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you, Dex, and Roman. But yeah. I mean, I'm excited. Hopefully, GTA 6 is in Miami. That'd be fucking sick. I don't see why they wouldn't do it in Miami. They could do Miami Beach, Miami. Miami's such a big place that I feel like they could do so much with that. I mean, there's so many different types of scenery and like cool places. I feel like it'd be
Now,
cool.
the question I have to ask you here, because so many people still play GTA 5 online, how many people do you think are going to switch if they do like a GTA 6 online?
The way,
Since like everybody already has like all their shit, all their levels, all their money,
well, I mean,
their
yeah,
cars and
but
shit.
like, I mean, think about Call of Duty, right? Every year there's a new one, and people go and migrate to the other one. It's not like you
But
lose your
GTA
money.
5 has been out for like 7 years, and people have been playing online for 7 years. Like,
I feel like
I mean, I
for
guess
seven
it'd be like a
years,
new, yeah, I guess. But that's the thing,
I'd be
GTA pumps out
tired, dude.
content all the time.
That's fine, and they're gonna stop. They're not gonna
Yep.
just fucking keep giving you GTA 5 content and then like also have GTA 6. I mean, the thing is, it'd be cool, I guess, but I don't think they would go that route. I feel like they wouldn't spend that much time on GTA 5 afterwards.
Unless
If
you could
at
travel
any,
to cities
unless
like
an expansion GTA.
I don't know.
What
I
if
don't
they
know.
just made? Okay, hear me out. This is not on one of our
Like
topics,
wait,
but
like fucking Pokemon
yeah,
Silver,
yeah.
where you could go back to the other one.
Well, I'm thinking even crazier. GTA,
Or
it's
like
just called.
you could go from GTA 5 to 6.
Yeah. So I'm saying like it's just called GTA Online, right? And you could go
Okay.
from Miami. You could take a flight to California or New York, and you could have all the different locations that they've used so far. That would be cool.
I don't know if they do like the New York and shit like that, but like definitely it would be cool to see, Los Santos to Vice City. At
Yeah,
least for right now, starting out, that'd be cool.
that'd be cool. I mean, I'm just spitballing here, but it's probably not possible. I mean, with the amount of gigs that these games have now, I feel like anything is possible. Dude, Last of Us 2 is 78 gigs.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for GTA 6. I'll always pick up GTA and I'll play it. I don't play it like a long time just because it's just fun for me to just steal a car, fucking, like shoot a hooker, like the fun things you do in GTA.
Yeah, I mean,
That's pretty much where it stopped for me. I kind of grew up out of that. Like I grew out of that. I mean, but like to get on with your friends, like it's always a great time. You always have a
yeah,
good
it's
time on
always
GTA.
it's always funny. You could always just like fuck around, and because it's the open world, you just do whatever. It's fun.
Yes, and yeah, but I'm excited for it. I really would love it to be in Miami. Again, I'm from Miami, so I'm a little biased here. I'm born and raised.
I think
Miami,
it'd be
Florida.
cool because, like I said, they did it with San Andreas and GTA 5. So.
Now, here's the thing. This is the world works in a funny way. You guys are moving down here to Florida. We're gonna be going to Miami every so often. Maybe that's God.
The stars are aligning.
Yeah, whoever the fuck you believe in, telling us, hey, GTA 6 is gonna be in Miami, and you're gonna know all the places.
Fucking Gandhi is over here.
Gandhi's just exactly. He's praying for us from fucking heaven. But yeah, moving on. Speaking of where we're gonna be playing GTA 6 when it does come out, the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One or Xbox whatever.
Xbox Series X, I think it was called.
That's a stupid fucking name. No one cares about
Yeah.
the Xbox. Let's talk about the PS5. The PS5 is coming out.
So there was a lot of memes going around where the PlayStation 5 was like a router because it's, and then the Xbox was a mini fridge.
Yeah, I mean, I will agree. I didn't like it at first. I did not like the way it looked. I thought it was weird. I hated that it was white. I hated all of it because PlayStations almost always have been black.
Except for the first one that was gray.
Except for the first one. So I guess maybe they're coming full circle, but I hated it at first, but now looking at it again,
it's kind of sleek.
It's kind of fucking fire, dude.
Yo,
it's
clean. It's clean for sure.
So they did announce that there was going to be two versions of the PS5, one that was digital version and the other one that was like the hard disk version.
Well, they didn't announce. This was leaked.
No, they announced the two different versions. I'm pretty sure they announced the two different versions.
Okay,
they didn't announce how much it cost.
Gotcha. All right.
But we're going to talk about those leaks too. The digital version doesn't have a disc tray, and then the regular version does have a disc tray. Now, what I find a little suspicious and a little strange is the fact that these leaks came out today saying that the PS5, the digital version, was going to be $400, $399.99, and then the version with this fucking disc thing was going to be $499.99. It's a little weird that just because you have a disc tray now, all of a sudden it's $100 more.
But it's also like it's like a disc drive in a holy shit. It's like a disc drive in a PC.
Yeah, but if we were charging everything at the expense that the PSI was really created, it wouldn't cost $500. Unless I'm missing something.
I mean, I don't know. You also said that you think that the digital version will be a worse system. I don't think they do that.
I think what they're gonna do is kind of like and this is not to shade your Switch because I bought it. We bought it for you. All of our friends bought it for you.
The light version,
but we bought him the light version because he doesn't have a fucking place to put his dock, so there was no point to buy him that.
It's true.
But we bought him the light, and the light is. The one that you have is actually better version. It's a more like up to date because it's
like a Light Plus.
Yeah, it was released already for a little bit already, and they did some updates. But the original light versions that came out were fucking garbage. I've heard the processor was terrible. It would overheat, and never stayed charged for too long, etc. etc. As compared to the Nintendo Switch, which was just a Nintendo Switch. But granted, I have the original. I have one. I think it's the original Nintendo Switch. No, I don't have the original Nintendo Switch. But I heard the original one was pretty bad. Same thing with the PS4. The PS4 when it first came out, I have the original PS4, and it hasn't failed me yet. It's been great.
Okay, it's like the rounded one.
No, that's a PS3. You're talking about a PS3.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah, but I did have that one.
They had a different PS4.
Yeah, they had a PS4 Slim, which when it first came out, I was a little skeptical of, but then it got better.
I remember. I remember
the
PlayStation 3 Slim, and then they had like the rounded one. I had the Slim.
I had. So yeah, that's the one that I'm talking. That's the one that that I didn't have. I had the fucking rounded fat one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That one's ugly.
I played Black Ops 1 on that motherfucker. That was a jet engine, dude. It was gross. But yeah, I mean, always when systems come out, they always come out with better ones. They're gonna come out with a year or two from now.
Yeah, obviously
they're gonna come out with a PS5 Pro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's just what they do to make money.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna buy the one with the disc because that way I can just borrow games from friends. You know what I mean, and I don't have to like fucking have to buy them. If that makes any sense, I'm gonna pay the extra $100. I don't mind. I think the extra $100.
I think the digital version is just like a convenience thing. Like people don't buy, like for the people that don't buy discs.
Yeah. For the people that have money and don't borrow games, get the digital version. But I'm getting the regular version. But it looks cool. It's set to be $399 for the digital version and $499 for the just like the regular version, which is very low to me. I feel like that's not real at this point. Well, we don't know for sure, but hopefully it's real.
Who knows? Hopefully,
dude, that's cheap.
In unrelated gaming news,
yes,
or non-gaming related news. My bad.
Well, I guess she's a gamer. She said she was a gamer in that video.
Yeah, she. I mean, I guess Bella Delphine's back.
Yes, and we watched.
She was gone for like 7 or 4 months or something like that.
Very long time she was gone. Listen. I know everyone hates Bella Delphine. I like her ass. She's got nice ass, and she's got. She
is a very attractive female.
Yeah, she was bouncing that ass in that video, and I loved it. It was fire. Whatever.
It was a little awkward being in the call with you.
No, I didn't give a fuck. I was about to start jerking it. I just saw you, and I almost jerked it, dude. No.
Whoa!
She's got a nice butt behind. She's got little titties, and that's my type of girl.
Great music video.
Great music video. She killed it. She came back with like a parody of 6ix9ine's fucking Gooba, which
shitty Gooba song.
Yeah, the shitty Gooba song. So, I guess that's cool.
Speaking of 6ix9ine,
no, we're not talking about 6ix9ine.
No, we have to. We brought it up now.
Okay, whatever. 6ix9ine apparently is paying for views. It's alleged. They're allegations.
So like his #1 billboard or whatever is not like it's not valid anymore.
I mean, again, they're just allegations, and everyone apparently buys views, so I can't really knock him for it. But I just don't like 6ix9ine. But let's get back to Bella Delphine. I did want to actually speak on something real quick. She is someone. I saw a tweet that said she is the what's the guy that owns Tesla now? What's his name?
Elon Musk.
She is the Elon Musk of simp. She made everyone buy her bathwater.
Okay, yeah.
Everyone subscribed to her OnlyFans. And then, I keep burping. And then, she didn't even show anything. What?
Yeah.
That was crazy. So, shouts out to Bella Delphine.
Making that money.
We are accepting donations to this this channel. So, you can either donate money or you can just send a picture of your titties. That's fine too.
Whichever one is easier and works for you.
Payment. It's all up to you, and I don't want to force you to do.
You think our landlord will take titties?
No, definitely not. You should have heard my fucking segue. That was a great one. We could have talked about that, but
I'm sorry.
We're not gonna talk about that. Yeah, but Belle Delphine is back. She's bouncing her ass. She's got nice little titties. I like me some little titties and nice ass. And 6ix9ine is paying for views. What else is new? You know what I'm saying? There's not much else is new. It's just whatever.
Let's do it.
All right, let's talk about the big fucking elephant in the room. And I just want to say this before we start talking about it. We might make a joke or two, we might laugh, but it's not a laughing matter. We just cope like that. That's how kind of we deal with shit. So just don't. This is not in any way disrespectful towards the Black Lives Matter movement or to George Floyd or anybody that's
like or any of the
victims, pretty much.
Victims.
It was like 17 in a fucking week.
To an extent, I don't even want to talk about this because I get so upset and mad to know that shit like this even happens.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
the shit like this is still happening.
And the thing, and the crazy thing is that I've been meaning to say, but whenever we talk about this in the Discord, it gets very heated, because we want to all say something, and we're all trying to talk about something, and everybody has different opinions or whatever. But what I've been meaning to say for a while is that this isn't new to people of color. This isn't new to African Americans. They
This is an
have been
ongoing
seeing.
problem.
Yeah, so I mean, some African Americans, including some of friends of mine that just don't feel much about this. They don't feel the need to get upset because they're so used to seeing every single week there's a new person that gets shot. Every single week there's a new person that has somebody stand on their neck. There's a new person killed every single week that looks like them, and it just is normal to them, which is just sad. But I mean, personally, growing up, I obviously have white skin, and I have an English. I'm English. English. I speak English, sort of. And so I look to the cops. I look presentable. I don't look like a hooligan. I don't look like I'm a black guy trying to steal, because that's all they see. Especially growing up in Miami, that's just kind of what you see around you. Police brutality is up the fucking wall in those places with obviously higher populations. But personally speaking, I've been targeted by police for no fucking reason, just because I was wearing a hoodie and I looked suspicious, and that just means I looked a little browner that day. And it's not fun. The only difference between me and obviously an African American is because they definitely get discriminated against more. I'm just trying to point out that I have gone through that, and I just wanted to kind of sympathize
You
with
understand,
yeah,
like to an extent, and that's a thing that I wish like I could, but I don't. Like I've never had that fear factor of getting pulled over or something like, or like being discriminated against because of skin color. And when I was younger, and I say younger, but I mean like in high school and shit, I didn't understand to an extent what it meant as white privilege.
right,
And especially now, I understand fully how I'm privileged, and that I am privileged. And that's disgusting that because I was born in a white household, um, that I get treated better.
yeah,
You know,
just because
it's
you're
it's
white.
yeah, it's bullshit. Um, and I know there's, I don't know where I'm going with this, but like I don't know, it's crazy to see on Twitter and everything, and that's where, if you don't follow us, I'm not saying you should, but if you ever wanted to keep up, I've been talking about all the stuff that's been going on as much as I could keep up with it without getting upset. And it's been crazy seeing the amount of cops that know this is going on. They understand that this is a problem that's happening in the world, and they still treat people like this. Like I literally saw a video where this guy was walking in a parking lot, and the cop grabbed him and choke slammed him and literally was choking him out. And he's like, I can't breathe. And it was probably the saddest thing hearing his voice.
The saddest thing about that statement is the fact that I don't know which one you're talking about.
Exactly, because there's so many.
Literally and the thing is, there's so many people that just don't believe in systematic oppression and police brutality. They just don't believe it, and I just can't really judge them for that, because they're just ignorant. They just don't see it because it's not a part of their lives. Most of the time they're just fucking like these white people that don't know about oppression. They don't know about being discriminated against because they don't see it, because they don't have to deal with it. So obviously it's not
Also,
real.
another thing, like I mean, a lot of the time that the people that are against the whole Black Lives Matter movement, they're older white people.
Yeah.
And that's just how they were raised, and that's fucked up. But it's even more fucked up that they can't see they were raised wrong and incorrectly,
Yeah.
and they don't choose to change.
Yeah, I do want to say, because we're gonna get into the whole situation of what's. I mean, again, I hate saying George Floyd as he's the only reason it sparked this whole ordeal that's going on in the United States right now, because it's been a long time coming. But we will get into that. We will get into what kind of, I guess, incited everything that's going on. But I do want to say to the people in Miami, specifically Miami Lakes, that's where I grew up for a lot of my life, and Hialeah, I tweeted about this. And there's these Hispanic people that can barely fucking speak English. They barely can speak English. You're not on the right side. They don't care about you. You're a minority, and you're just going to get treated like shit at the end of the day. And the fact that you can't see that and you can't stick up for your own fucking people makes me sick to my stomach. Speaking as a Hispanic dude, and I guess people don't really consider me that because I speak English well, and I like rap music, whatever. Speaking as a Hispanic dude, fuck you, and personally, I really hope that you have to go through what some of these people have gone through, getting discriminated against just because you look a certain way. Because it's bullshit. Just because you live in a big part of Miami that's fucking rich doesn't mean that you're not just like the rest of us. And if you were in a Hitler concentration camp, you get thrown to the fucking fire, okay? So, like, let's just stop this bullshit about, like, that police are not criminals. Because there are. And again, I'm not saying all police. Obviously, I'm not saying all police.
And I want to talk about this too, because we're obviously not all cops are bad. And that's a fact. There are good cops, and there are cops that want to actually change the system. But the thing is, you can't. It's not going to happen. And the best thing that you can do as a cop is step down.
Or step up to fucking pursue the people that are be doing wrong. The thing is, when it comes to cops and when it comes to any field, if you can't have certain bad ones. You can't have bad firefighters because you'll catch on fire. You can't have bad doctors because people will die. You can't have bad fucking cops because they'll abuse their power. So if you are a cop out there and you choose not to say anything, then you're a piece of shit. You should be speaking up. You should be stopping the bad cops. I just burped like crazy because I'm so upset. That's fine.
And another thing with I lost my train of thought. I'll have to cut this out. I totally forgot where I was going.
That's fine.
I guess fuck, I lost it again.
Oh my god.
It's just there's so much that's going on in the world that like my brain can't focus on the one thing because I want to talk about more stuff.
There's so many.
And I guess
there's so many.
I guess I'll talk about this. The white supremacists and the KKK and neo-Nazis that were protesting, and the cops were defending them as bodyguards.
Yeah.
How do you see that? How do you see a white cloak and people holding KKK and the literal swastika on a flag and think they're in the right? Like, I just don't understand what's going on through some people's heads.
And the thing is, it's not even that. And the thing is, black people aren't fighting to be better than you, and black people aren't fighting to.
They're not.
They're fighting for basic rights that people should all have. And the fact that they have to fight for it more and more every single day is bullshit. It's just bullshit, okay? If you see a neo-Nazi and you see a guy ensuing like racist thoughts, and you see a guy, I don't think he should be banned from that property. If you want to protest and you want to be a piece of shit racist, that's all up to you. Freedom of speech. I'm 100% for that. But why is it you're protecting the neo-Nazis and not protecting the protesters that are fighting for Black Lives Matter? What's the difference? I don't get it. I don't understand the difference. It doesn't make any sense.
Another thing where like I've seen a lot of like cops say that they were feared for their life during all that.
That's
dude. First of all, these protesters, they're peaceful. I almost air quoted and I almost fucked up, but they're peaceful protesters. They're not out to hurt you. And the fact that you have to gas them and continuously shoot them.
Dude, my friends in Miami, My friend Julian, actually, let me not say their name. I'm going to cut that out. My friends in Miami, which I won't say their names because I don't know what happened there, and I don't want them to be in trouble or anything like that. They went to a protest, a peaceful protest. They didn't do anything. They didn't do anything extra, and they still got tear gassed. They still were getting pushed out. They don't want people to protest. People only care about freedom of speech when it's about stuff that's going to help people that are white. And that's 100% truthful, and it's always been like that. And nothing's new, okay? Now is just the time that people are fucking over it. They're just done with it. I saw this one girl on TikTok literally like saying, "You don't think that cops are scared for their life, and you don't think that they're scared for their life in a situation where they don't know what's going on." Exactly. And the video was basically like, you don't sign up to be black. You're not just in heaven as a baby and you're like, "Oh yeah, I'll choose the hardest one to be." You know, you don't choose to be you do choose to be a cop. That's the difference. You don't choose to be African American. You don't choose the family you grew up in. You don't choose to be Hispanic or Latino. You don't choose to be Asian, and you don't choose to be white. You're just born however the fuck you're born, and the fact that it's harder just as soon as you come out of the fucking womb because you're a different skin color than me makes no fucking sense to me. It's ridiculous. And for all the white bitches that are fucking black dudes and you're not talking about it, eat my fucking cock. You suck, okay? If you're fucking a black dude, you gotta be about Black Lives Matter. That doesn't go one way, you dumb bitch. Let's just be clear. I hate all these white girls here where I live. They're not talking about it all of a sudden. They don't want to talk about Black Lives Matter. But let's go hit up the black dude across the street. Let's have sex with that guy. Let me have a fucking kid with this black dude. I don't understand the things that are going on in your head. Like, I just don't get people at all. I don't understand them. Nobody's asking for anything more. Nobody's asking for black supremacy. I've seen that bullshit go around. Nobody wants that. We want fucking equality for everybody. That's all we want.
Basic human rights.
And we're just getting fucked up.
That's all it is. And another thing, America is built on immigrants.
Yeah.
Like, read a fucking history book. Ellis Island, New York, that was all for European and what was it, like, just like the European people migrating over to America for a better life. And California, I don't remember the island over there, but where the Asian culture pot came to migrate.
Yeah.
Like, we're built on immigration.
I don't want to make anybody ever choose, like, I don't want to force anybody into signing a petition. I don't want to force anybody into doing anything they don't want, because I don't want fake support from people. Never have I asked for it. I never will. I'll never ask you to subscribe to my channel if you don't like my shit. I'll never ask you to like it if you don't like it. That's just how I am. So I don't want people to hear this and then to automatically be like, "Oh, I have to support this." No, I want you to look at this and what I'm telling you and to kind of reflect on yourself. If you're a Hispanic, Latino, I don't care what you are. I don't care if you're Mexican. I don't care if you're Cuban. I don't care if you're Puerto Rican. I don't care if you're fucking from Spain and you're a Spaniard. I don't give a fuck, okay? African Americans, Latinos, we're brothers in arms, okay? We're not like separated. We're literally separated by maybe a little bit of melatonin, okay, man? That's all we're fucking separated by. And if you are a Hispanic or Latino out there and one of your arguments, dude, I'll fucking slap you. If one of your arguments is, "Well, you guys aren't complaining about the kids in cages," dude, that has nothing to do with what's going on right now. There's been kids in cages for fucking 10 plus years now. You weren't complaining about it either.
No.
Okay.
Why bring it up now if you weren't fighting for it in the beginning?
And there are literally black people right now. I've seen it everywhere, on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram, on fucking YouTube, on everything, on Snapchat. I've seen black people saying, "We're not done with this. Not only do Black Lives Matter, we're going after them kids in the cages too. There are black people fighting for you, and you're still being a pussy about it."
And I'm glad you brought this up, because I also wanted to bring this up. Like, I can't wait until we finally, and I honestly, I hate to say this, I don't think this is gonna like be solved in the near future. I think this is still gonna take a while. But I can't fight. I can't wait until we finally win and we get to move on to help the other races and the other oppressed groups, you know?
Yeah. I was even talking about it with a couple of friends. We were talking about how different races are oppressed and discriminated against in different ways. And some of them are higher than others, and some of them are harder than others, such as like African Americans. What's going on now? They're getting killed by cops. Hispanic people not being accepted just because they speak Spanish, or they look a certain way, or they act a certain way just because it's a part of their culture. I even get dirty looks when I speak Spanish in public. Like, that's always happened all my life in places that are like more white or more, I guess, whatever. Because again, I grew up in Miami, so it's easy for me to blend in, and it's easy for me not to experience discrimination, because I was just growing up in a place that was, all Hispanics. But once you start getting into the richer neighborhoods, you start seeing, like, white people don't give a fuck, dude. They don't give a fuck about you. They pretend to. And this isn't obviously for everybody. There are a lot of white people that are out there fighting for us, fighting for black people, and fighting for Hispanics and stuff like that. So don't get me wrong. Again, I'm talking in generalization because I have to, because there's so many different instances. But at the end of the day, if you're not for, let me just say this right now, and I know Chris is going to agree with me. If you're not for Black Lives Matter, and if you don't support that movement, and you think that I'm some liberal fucking, I promise you I'm not a liberal. I promise you I'm not a liberal. I'm not liberal, and people think I'm conservative. I'm not conservative either. I hate those two things, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, if you are not for Black Lives Matter, you can unsubscribe. You can dislike the video if you want. I'm okay with that. And you can suck a dick, okay? Just as simple as that.
The people that unfollow because of another person's viewpoint, like, that's so petty.
Yeah, it's a win in my book.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm better off without your follow than your sub. I am. And another thing, when we say Black Lives Matter, obviously we're not saying Black lives only matter, and that's not what the message is. Black Lives Matter, obviously, yes, all lives matter, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
The point is that your life isn't being threatened right now.
Yeah. You're not of priority right now because you're not in danger at the moment. You're not in danger.
People that say all lives matter is literally just saying, hey, I know all this bad shit's going on. Don't forget about me, though.
Yeah. Like,
that's all you're doing.
Yeah, that's all you're doing. You're not doing anything. And I do want
to. You're a part of the problem.
I think we should touch on kind of what sparked, and obviously this is what sparked this whole protesting and rioting and all this other stuff is
George Floyd.
Yeah, it's George Floyd, but it's also like 300 years of like oppression and discrimination against black people.
George Floyd is the tipping. It was. The iceberg. It's what broke our fucking back. Yeah. It's the fucking whatever that broke the camel's back. I can't remember the saying, but
like a lot of people are saying, like, they're like, this isn't even like George Floyd. Yeah, it might be the reason you guys started seeing this, but we've been seeing this, and it's true. Yeah. We've been seeing it, but we felt powerless because unfortunately nobody listens to the people that used to say Black Lives Matter. It wasn't even important back then. It wasn't even a thing. It wasn't important to people, even though it was very prevalent. Dude, if things from 30 years ago are still prevalent today, it's not a good sign. And Dave Chappelle said it best. I don't understand.
Oh my God, I love that.
If you haven't watched the 846 documentary, you should definitely go and watch it.
It's 23 minutes long, and it was the best 23 minutes I've ever spent.
Yeah, and it's he said it best. He said, I don't understand how if a person kills a cop, he's a cop killer, and all the cops go after that guy, and they don't stop until they find the guy. They knock down every door, they kill whoever they have to kill, they do whatever the fuck they have to do to find that cop killer because they killed one of their own. And I get it. So I don't understand why cops don't get why this is happening when there are literally people that look like you that are getting killed. They're getting killed. Why the fuck would I not say something about it? Why would I not say something about it? I don't get it. I don't understand the mentality. You don't understand. How does that not click in your head? I don't understand. But
another thing that I can't wrap my head around is Breonna Taylor. Her story is about the girl crazy. She was in her own home. Yeah. The cop, and not only was she in her own home, she was also a medical service. Like, that's what she was working in medical emergency.
Yeah, during
like
COVID.
EMT and that shit. And She was in her own home. The cops were looking for somebody, broke in to her home with a no-knock warrant,
Yep.
broke in and shot her like 5 times.
Yep.
And all 3 of the cops that were involved walk free.
And not only
And
did they walk free,
the fucking state made a law called Breonna's Law that made it to where no-knock searches were now illegal, but they still don't get charged.
that I don't.
How does that make any sense?
The craziest thing about that, not only did they not have to knock because of that warrant, and great that now it's illegal. They shot her
were in the
because
wrong house.
they weren't in the wrong. Well, yeah, they were in the wrong house, but they were looking for a suspect that was already arrested.
That was, yes, I forgot about that.
So not only did you kill somebody, you killed somebody for no reason.
You can't justify that. In no way can you justify that.
And the way they try to justify it was, well, the guy pulled out a gun. Yeah, you were breaking into his house. He was a legal carrying individual. And yeah, if someone breaks into your house, you're going to pull the Glock out. You know what I'm saying? So
that's just protection.
The point is, this whole thing sparked from George Floyd, obviously the cop that now I believe is arrested.
George Floyd wasn't the first.
But he wasn't the first. George Floyd.
And he won't be the last, which is the saddest thing, and he isn't.
Unfortunately, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and then the fucking cop got him and stood on his neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Even though he said multiple times, I can't breathe, Mom, help me, this and that. And then that killed him.
I saw a video from a different perspective, and I still haven't watched the original video that came out. I haven't watched the full 8-minute long, almost 9-minute long video because I didn't want to. And I know I should, and that's wrong of me that I haven't. But I did watch like a 4-minute version of it from a different perspective, where the people on the sidewalk were screaming at the cops, and they were just sitting there, not looking, not paying attention, and George Floyd was sitting there lifeless. And most of the stuff that I've been seeing on Twitter is probably some of the saddest things I've ever seen. Because it irks me that shit like this happens.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
And another thing with the whole protests and stuff, and the cops tear gassing and shooting bullets. One, I saw a video where the cops started to kneel in protest with the protesters. Yeah. So they started to go up and like, oh yeah, sweet, you're with us. And then they shot tear gas at them.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And then I saw another video where cops in New York were literally leaning outside of their cruisers, fucking drive-bying people.
Yeah, I saw that too. It's ridiculous, bro. It's like you're getting accused.
There's so much more out there as well.
Let me put it to you like this, right? So it's a little bit more, I guess, like dumbed down. If you get accused of rape, would you go rape? No, you don't go rape in the first place. But let's say you're getting accused of rape. Would you take your chances? Would you take your chances on raping again if you were a fucking serial rapist? No, because you're getting accused of it. People are going to be looking for that. So
if you're getting accused for killing innocent black people, why do you continuously do it?
Yeah,
you know cameras are on you at all times.
And the thing is, the guys that killed George Floyd turned off their cameras. So the body cams aren't working. You should have them always recording.
That shouldn't be a thing where they can just turn it off automatically.
Yeah, they turn it off. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. Now, to kind of get off this subject, if you don't support Black Lives Matter, and we'll be putting links in the description so you can figure out different ways to support Black Lives Matter in these times, keep talking about it. No matter how little you think your voice is, no matter how insufficient you think it is, I promise you it's sufficient. And one last thing I want to talk about, I saw some people on Twitter talking about how the Black Lives Matter little black square meant nothing. You're a fucking idiot. That's just wrong.
So the thing I'll say about that, one, it meant stuff. It meant a lot. And two, the stuff that didn't mean anything is, and I shouldn't say didn't mean anything, but the stuff that was not helping was when people were posting the hashtag Black Lives Matter,
Yeah.
and they were flooding the hashtag with the black squares, which most people were trying to use the Black Lives Matter hashtag as a way to find information and like protests and stuff.
Yeah, no, that was dumb, but people were trying to rectify it because they didn't realize that wasn't like a malicious thing. It was a thing that just happened because it happened. But what I mean is there's some people that I saw that were talking about the Black Lives Matter. A little black square means nothing, as if a black square is gonna do nothing for black people, and that's not the point. The point was to show people about Black Lives Matter, because a couple years ago it meant nothing to people, and the black square isn't just a black square, it's a form of protest, and to show that if you put enough people on something on the internet, it's gonna go viral, it's gonna trend, and it's gonna make some noise. The noise is gonna get to the people that don't agree with it. They're gonna see it, and then they might change their minds about what's going on, because they might be living a sheltered life where the only escape they may have is through the internet. And that right there, that's enough to do something. Because when you go to a protest and you don't say anything, let's say you go to a silent protest when you're not speaking, are you doing anything because you don't have anything? You're not saying anything, or you have a fucking square over your mouth? No. It's saying something without saying something. So fuck, those people are not very smart, and they didn't think it through, and it doesn't help the situation, and you being negative about it doesn't help anything. So it's stupid to say that.
Another thing I want to bring back up Dave Chappelle, because he again said it perfectly, and I'm going to say this one more time because I can't stress this enough. Go watch that little documentary because it was amazing and it was so powerful. But he said the reason he didn't say anything to begin with, and it took him so long to say stuff, is because it wasn't at the time, it wasn't a celebrity's job to start posting, and he didn't want
for the streets.
Yeah, it was the kid, us, our new generation, and us kids and young adults were the next movement, and we're the next we're the future of this world, and it's our job, and we were doing it perfectly, and he didn't want to take away from that fact.
There was no need is really what it came down to.
Also, one more thing about this whole topic, I want to bring up Trump because I remember what I wanted to talk about earlier. The fact that you could even suggest, and you didn't even suggest, you went ahead and announced your own citizens as a terrorist group. And people still have the audacity to try to give Trump 4 more years, and I'm afraid of him getting 4 more years because I don't think there's another candidate that's gonna run that's gonna be as big as Trump will be.
I have a controversial opinion about this, and I'll say it, and I don't like Trump at all. And I think it's cowardly what he did in the
so cowardly.
I mean, dude, you ran into your bunker, dude. Your whole fucking country was on fire, and you ran into your bunker.
And you lied about it. You said you were in the bunker for a routine checkup or whatever. Just don't be a pussy
what a convenient timing, right? But
yeah,
you're a pussy, okay, Trump. Let's just be clear about that.
A coward at heart.
But what I want to say is, I genuinely do believe that if he gets elected 4 more years, that it's gonna push everyone over the edge, and it's gonna give the people the strength to do what's necessary and what's next. I think that because he's so controversial, it's gonna push people over the limit, and things are gonna get better just because of that. Now, if you have a regular PC president, whoever it's gonna be, you're just gonna get happiness for a little fake happiness for another 4 years. The only difference is that Trump embodies the whole thing. He embodies all the stereotypes of him being racist and all this other stuff, and being a coward and being a fucking pussy and all this other stuff. And I honestly think that if he gets 4 more years, it might push people over the edge to the point where people will be able to speak up. So
I hope it does.
I don't think it's the worst thing that if he gets elected again, because.
But it's definitely not the best.
Yeah, but I don't think that either of the candidates are good. Like literally,
No.
we're in the same situation where they're both being. There's two fucking presidential candidates being accused of pedophilia in the United States. That is a perfect segue into the next topic we're gonna talk about, because we need to get off this Black Lives Matter thing, because we could talk about it for 3 hours. It could be a whole podcast within itself. But it's just a sad time right now, and we need to keep talking about it and get people informed. And fuck 12. That's all I gotta say about that. Fuck 12.
Yeah.
Every cop. If you're ever a cop and you're white and you're racist, actually, if you're a cop and you're racist, not even if you're just white, you could be black or Hispanic or whatever. If you're a cop and you're racist, unsubscribe. I hate you, idiot. Speaking of pedophiles,
I was gonna say you had a perfect segue, and then you kind of like steered away from it.
Speaking of pedophiles.
Speaking of,
hold up.
All right, so here's the thing. So if you haven't heard, recently, comedian Chris D'Elia is being accused of grooming underage women.
Now,
and
I want to stress, this is an accusation and not a factual statement. Okay?
Yeah, and I also want to say how convenient that he played a role in a TV show about being a sexual predator and grooming underage women, and then somehow becomes one.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he didn't do it or he did. I'm just saying how convenient.
Look, I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm also not going to stand here and say, he's a child predator, because they literally demonized Louis C.K., and from my perspective, this is going to get controversial. He didn't.
He jerked off. You could have walked out.
Yeah, he just said, I'm going to jerk off, and then he did jerk off, and they didn't leave, so... And again, it's a weird thing, and I'm not saying what he did was right, because it wasn't, but they demonized him as if he was, like, literally a rapist, which is not the case at all. So I don't know what happened with Chris D'Elia. From his statement, he did say that he's never talked to a, underage person about getting nudes or anything like that, knowing that they were, like, underage, ever. So he wasn't denying that and then he did say that, especially not from the people on Twitter or something. Look, I'm going to read the statement, actually, so I don't butcher it real quick.
But also, he started to apologize, but if you're not in the wrong, why are you apologizing?
Yeah, which is weird. He said, I know I have said and done things that might offend people during my career, but I have never knowingly pursued any underage woman at any point. Then he said, all of my relationships have been both legal and consensual. I have never met or exchanged any inappropriate photos with the people who have tweeted about me. That being said, I really am truly sorry. I was a dumb guy who absolutely let myself get caught up in a lifestyle. That's my own fault. I own it. I've been reflecting on this for some time now, and I promise I will continue to do better. So what I think he's saying...
Maybe he's apologizing for what he was talking about in the first part, where he was like, he said offensive stuff and as a comedian, but I don't...
Well, no, what I'm thinking is he's saying, I've never texted or messaged or sent inappropriate photos to an underage person. All of my relationships have been legal, but I was a piece of shit asking for nudes because I was famous.
Gotcha.
Do you know what I mean? So...
Gotcha.
I can see where he's talking about there. But, again, we don't know if this is true or not. It could be fucking true.
It was TMZ, wasn't it?
This was TMZ. This is his statement to TMZ. Not that TMZ is like a credible source or anything, but this is what he did say. He said this. This is what he stands by. So it's right now, it's just he said, she said. And I know all the people, all the fucking hashtag MeToo people are going to be like, oh, believe all women. I'm not going to do that. Eat my dick. I'm not doing that. So fuck you. I'm gonna wait until Chris D'Elia. There's some evidence here.
We'll update on what happens if more stuff comes out.
Yeah, because everybody says that they've been raped, and then they don't provide evidence. That's not really like a way to clearly identify.
I will to an extent. I'll understand, because I haven't been in this situation as a woman, being kind of like harassed to an extent.
Yeah.
So I can't, I can't speak on women for not speaking up when some stuff happens.
I'm not speaking for them. What I'm saying is, if you don't provide
we need evidence.
there's no way to convict somebody because
Yeah.
it's innocent until proven guilty. Believe all women isn't something that should be a legal requirement, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because like we don't know if this is true. This girl, these girls have said, okay, this person tried to get pictures of me when I was underage. Okay, well, where's the proof that you conveyed to him that you were underage? Where's the proof that he did try to solicit pictures? Like, if you have the DMs of them, where are they? I haven't seen them, so I can't really say. So again, I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm not saying he's guilty, but this just comes down to we don't have enough evidence right now, and I hope he's not because he's a good comedian. He's funny. So I hope that's not the case. And also I hope it's not the case because I don't want the girl to be like traumatized over this thing. I hope she's just lying. Yeah. And that's the best scenario at this point for me. But
now another famous actor was actually
this one did it.
Yeah, he definitely Danny Masterson who played Stephen Hyde in That 70s Show and was also on the Netflix show The Ranch. Recently, some stuff has been announced that he raped 3 women in the span of 2001 to 2003.
Yep. And then he was just yeah.
Homie has a family and kids now, I'm pretty sure.
Dude, the thing is, I'm not really surprised by any of this because this happens so often in Hollywood. There's this video that I want to show you later that it talks about the child molestation in Hollywood and how it's so prevalent and nobody talks about it because they may be big directors or whatever like that. They talk about like Dan Schneider and possibly how he slept with Zoe 101 or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And like just a bunch of stuff. Again, these are all just like conspiracy theories and stuff like that. And there are some instances of actual child molestation where like directors literally molest a child and then
what was that like big director that would only cast women if they slept with him?
I have
like
no
some
idea.
fat piece of shit. I don't remember his name.
Weinstein?
Yeah.
Weinstein.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. He's a piece of shit. But there's a lot of weird stuff in Hollywood. I'm not surprised. And after watching that Jeffrey Epstein documentary, we should have definitely talked about today. I hope you need to watch it. It's really fucking interesting.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It's crazy, and there's a lot of fucked up shit in this world. This is a terrible way to end a show. This is literally so depressing.
There's two things I want to say. One, I want to bring up Anonymous came back, so that's something that happened as well.
Yeah, they did. And they've been exposing motherfuckers left and right.
Dude, they've been exposing so many people. And I thought it was funny how everybody was like with Anonymous until they started to like come back and re-expose Obama for shit that he did during his presidency.
Dude. Yeah.
And people were like, "Oh my God, what are you doing? How dare you?"
Yeah, they were they were only happy when they were like that's why I like Anonymous so much because they're not like left or right or like anything like that.
They're just there to share.
Yeah, they're like, yo, everybody's been lying to you. All these politicians are fake. Like they literally, like I remember Obama tweeted out some fucking letter that he wrote saying like it's ridiculous how Trump has these kids in cages and all this other shit and like blah 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 blah. And then
wasn't that shit happening when you were president?
Yeah, they literally quoted the tweet and was like, dude, you did the same shit. The only difference is like the media actually likes you and they don't like Trump. That's the only difference. You're an asshole. And then like there was another thing where Joe Biden was talking about it's like despicable and blah 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 and you need to be honest and this and that. And then they're like, yeah, that's until like we talk about rape allegations, right?
Yeah.
And then they tweeted out apparently there's like a couple suspects or like people that are accusing Trump of R-wording them. And they were
we've said the word already.
Oh yeah, they were accused. They were accusing him of rape.
Trump was being accused of rape.
Yes, by like a multiple 12 or 13, 14-year-olds, all underage people, which is
also
ridiculous, which I wouldn't be surprised by. Jeffrey Epstein and Trump were fucking friends, dude.
Yeah, and Trump literally said in like the 90s if his daughter wasn't his daughter and was older, he'd fuck her. and she was underage at the
It's
time.
not exactly what he said, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's not exactly what he said, but he
It's not
said
exactly what he said.
I'd probably be
Paraphrasing.
dating her, which is still weird, but like he didn't say fuck her. I don't think Trump talks like that. I'd probably fuck her. I mean, you might be fucking the pussy thing. I forgot.
All right, so one last thing I want to end on, because I wanted to talk I wanted to bring up from like the whole child shit. You think Michael Jackson did it?
Oh my god, I knew you were gonna say that.
I don't think so.
I think he did it. I think it was too specific, that documentary. And what grown man has a fucking, like, dude, how old was Michael Jackson when he died? Like 40 something?
What? I don't think he was that old.
Gotta cut this out, Kevin. 50 years old, bro.
Really?
He was 50 years old. What 50-year-old man has a fucking amusement park in their backyard? Like, I know you have money, but why? Why?
Yeah, it was also called Neverland, which is like the place for children to grow old.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Oh, yeah, it is a little weird.
Listen, Michael Jackson, king of pop and all, but
Great music might have touched some kids. And on that note, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new. Comment down below what was your favorite part. Support Black Lives Matter, and if you don't, feel free to unfollow and subscribe.
And eat our dicks. And as always,
tickle the fanny.
Tickle the fanny. Thank you.
Everything's changing. I got my mind up in a spaceship. Everything's changing. I got my mind up in a spaceship. Yeah, you know we flying high. Got my mind up in the clouds all night. Cause I ain't never wasting no time. Yeah, I'm never wasting no time.